Good morning guys. We're back at it again. So I've got a couple of fun little projects to do. I'll show you how the solar system's working so I can actually show you how many watts the panels are producing. So it's just about 8 o'clock in the morning right now. So we haven't really hit, I guess, the peak hours for solar. And the system's still producing, I think when I checked in there, it was like 1500 or 1600 watts of power. So our little Greywater basin that's coming from the laundry machine, the pipe system, it's definitely working well, but it needs, we need a few little tweaks here. One thing that I've noticed is the using the rocks as a place for the legs coming off the main there for it to sit on. It's not really working well just because if it gets shifted a little bit, it can just easily fall off the rock there, and then it's on the bed, then it's not level. Then it requires me coming into here and making sure that everything is level and all that kind of stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I've got some 2x6s that are still left over from when I built the tiny house. So I'm just gonna cut them off into 4 or 5 inch pieces, and then I'm just gonna use that to sit the pipe on. And I think that's gonna be a much better way of doing this. And then in the video where I actually built this, I mentioned that I wanted to have less holes in the drip line pipes here. So right now they're drilled about every 1.5 or 2 inches, and I think 4 to 5 inches would be a much better spacing for the holes. So that's what we're gonna end up doing. I also want to start gluing some of the pieces together just so that it's a little bit more solid. I didn't want to glue it just because I didn't know whether or not it was gonna work and how well it would work. So now I'm gonna glue it together. I also have some brown spray paint as well, so just to coat the pipe in something that's gonna give it a little bit more protection from the sun. Mainly being because if this stuff sits out in the sun for years and years and years, it'll eventually get very brittle, and then you could just break it very easily. So we want to try to protect the pipe and then also increase its longevity. So just quickly before we get started today, we can see we've already produced 24 amp hours, which translates to 1.43 kilowatt hours. So it's been charging for 2 hours since the sun's come up. And so the input from the panels is 100.2 volts right now. And we can see that we're getting just under 2,000 watts. 2,000 watts of power from the panels, which is coming in at 20 amps. So this will eventually get maxed out at about 3,500 watts. And so then the output going into the batteries is going at 60.3 volts, 32.8 amps, and then just under 2,000 watts. What I found in my scrap wood pile is that I still have some of these pieces that are used to create the bundles of lumber. So when you get like a delivery of lumber, they use this stuff because the bands will fit in that groove. So we'll just use some of this. And what's nice is that the pipe can sit in that groove there and then it'll prevent it from going around. So this is what's so awesome. You hear no generator going. Yeah. So later on today, Hannah and I, we're going to be going to a place just outside of Tucson. It's called Compost Cats, and it's run in conjunction with the university there. And you can buy bulk compost there, and they use a lot of food scraps. So the nutrients within the compost is it's like really top notch. Somebody in the comment section told us about this place, so thank you very much for letting us know. And I did a little bit of math, and the compost, not only is it going to be better quality, but it's about half the price as well. So this is gonna be good. So what I need to do so that we can go pick that up is I have to convert the trailer into, I guess, almost like a dump trailer. It's not gonna actually be able to dump stuff, but I want all the compost to stay within the trailer. So I got a bunch of scrap plywood here. I think I just have to trim off a few of the ends and just screw it in there, and then we can haul some compost back here. All done. I'll just show this to you guys quickly. So washing machine's going. This is definitely gonna work a lot better. Dewey. All right, so what I did just kind of quickly here is there's some trees that were... What?
I knocked the shit over with the tractor.
Hannah knocked the shit over with the tractor. I dug it out with the backhoe, and it was just some of these little shrub trees. I don't know what the hell they were. We hate them with a passion. We don't like them. They're so prickly, and the roots are just ridiculous on them. So what we're gonna do is, because pomegranates don't really need any external water in this area, so they grow naturally pretty well. So we're just gonna have a hedge, probably of like 4 or 5 pomegranate trees on this side of the fence, or like on the other side here, and it's gonna be nice. And I think we're gonna plant like a fig tree or something like that in the bermed area. But yeah, so right now we're just doing a little bit of a cleanup and just burning those trees. They're really not that good for being chipped or anything like that, so burn baby burn. So we're gonna plant a jujube tree, a fig tree, another jujube tree right here. And how they're gonna be watered, like they're gonna be hooked up to the irrigation system that I'm gonna be setting up like within the next week or so, but they're not gonna require a lot of water. So what I'm gonna do on the end of that tank there, you can kind of see where the overflow is. So I'm gonna pipe out the overflow to go into a number of basins where we're going to plant these trees. So it's going to first go into this one, then the overflow from that basin is going to go into this one, and then this one here. So tomorrow we're going to plant a lot of the trees. So that's why we're kind of getting all this stuff going. That's why we're getting the compost today. So if you didn't know, actually I haven't shown you yet, but we got a bunch of trees. Got all the pipe for the irrigation here. Notice how there's music playing outside. Solar system, no generator. So nice. So we got Bubba and Dewey just making sure nobody messes with our trees here.
Well, they were just by me because I'm eating.
So we've got a whole mixture of trees here. So there's a fig tree, jujube,
mulberry, avocado, two other
pomegranates. And then we've got a kumquat and then we've got a kumquat tree.
Tangelo.
Mineola tangelo. And then there's a cara orange tree.
And then this is pineapple guava.
Pineapple guava. So very exciting. The citrus trees, the three big citrus trees, they're going to be going in the Greywater Basin, along with, there's an avocado tree in there as well. So there's actually an avocado tree that does pretty well. And also the pineapple guava. So we're going to have 5 trees in that basin. So it's going to be a little tightly packed, but I think if we position one tree in this corner, so we're probably going to have to cut back these Greywater lines, and then one in that corner, one in that corner, one in that corner. Then I think we're going to do the avocado one right in the middle. So we're going to try to spread them out and give them as much space as possible. And I think we might do the mulberry just outside of the fence, because the mulberry trees can get like really tall. And I think we should be able to get at least 7 or 8 trees planted tomorrow. Specifically the citrus trees we definitely want to get into place, because we transported those from Phoenix in the trailer. We wrapped the trees up with tarp and stuff, but they're going to do much better once they're in the ground. So very exciting. And we're going to be heading off to get our compost very soon, and we'll show you that trip. The trailer's all good to go. Hey.
What?
Well, you don't have to get them on me. I meant more so the road.
You don't want any of you?
I know you're recording right now.
How about one of Sergio's shuttle?
Sure. Ask Hannah for driving shots and she turns into a wise guy over there.
So funny. Thumbs up for Hannah's driving shot. Instead of music.
This is the knee shot right now.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous.
Danger! Danger!
Oh my god, you're gonna
God. Alright guys, so I'm down here at the Compost Cats. So this is this compost program is a part of Arizona University, or University of Arizona. And it's all run by students, and their compost uses food scraps like I said earlier. And I think it's a lot cheaper. For a cubic yard is only $35. So I think an equivalent amount from Home Depot or Lowe's is, I think I did the math, it was like somewhere between $70 to $80. So it's cheaper and better compost. You can see they've just got this big, huge yard where they do all the compost. And that's Christian. All right, I think I got this tarped up pretty well. So yeah, let's get this compost home, and we're gonna start planting some trees tomorrow. Look at this compost, guys. This is nice. Looks like it's been composting for quite a while, which is good. Like the stuff that you buy in the store, it's so chippy. Just don't know how good it is. But look at this stuff. So nice. Oh yeah, it's so nice. Dewey, come here. Anyways guys, I just wanted to finish off today's video just with a big thank you to all of you who are watching and leaving comments and liking the videos, even disliking the videos, that's cool too. And I'm glad that so many people are really interested in this kind of stuff, because I think this whole kind of off-grid sustainability, permaculture, self-reliance, whatever you want to call it, there's so many different terms, homesteading, I think it's just really awesome, and I'm so glad that I can share it on YouTube with you guys, and we can make good videos, and you guys can learn and be inspired, and we can have this great dialogue. And that's one of the things that I just absolutely love about YouTube is I love and I hate the comment section, because there's so much love and like positivity and inspiration in the comment section. Then there's also the comments where it's just like what are you even saying? Like weird stuff, right? The comment section is definitely one of those things that really inspires me and motivates me to keep putting out videos, just because I see like the same people commenting over and over and over again. And I love that people are following this. And actually, when I was in Phoenix, because we bought these trees in Phoenix, so we visited Jake and Pam, and we went to Pomegranate Cafe. And one of the servers, his name's Terry, maybe he'll be watching this video. And he's been watching my YouTube videos when I was cycle touring in Southeast Asia. So that's like 4 years ago that he started watching my videos, and he's still watching the videos to this day. And I just thought that it was so cool that someone's been watching my videos for such a long time. And I know that there's some of you who have been watching my videos since I was like cycle touring and all that kind of stuff, and it's just I just love it. I absolutely love the YouTube community, and I love that you guys love watching these videos. I think it's absolutely tremendous. Anyways guys, we're gonna be planting some trees tomorrow, and things are gonna look slightly different, but not too much. But just imagine like how things are gonna progress over the next 5 or 10 years, because the golden rule with trees is the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the next best time is right now. So we're gonna be planting as many trees as we can over the next year, and over the next many years actually, just because why not, eh? Trees are great. Awesome, thanks so much for watching guys. Catch you on the next video. Talk to you soon. Peace.